When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Averill. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has the ball first today. Complete to start this drive. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. This offense has it with really good field position. The pull and throw off the RPO. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll do it himself. Creates a little room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down mark was.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll return it. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, putting them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Buckeyes come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target. Getting the completion.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Rides the back on the option to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He stopped again. They tried to convert this short yardage with the running game, and it had 0 success. It's 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go with a direct snap. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Trying play action. Keeps looking downfield. Gets the first himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Lewis. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it! Into the end zone. Touch. The give to the tailback. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell. They had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Wicks. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Pulls it in. It's Wicks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The play action fake. Buying some time as he moves left. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wants to throw on third down. Makes the catch along the sideline. Just picked up a few, but enough for a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Oh, he's got a chance. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ball.
Finds his big tight end. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a three spot on the board. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that...
Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try the run. Oh, he got loose. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, the running back has it. Open space at the 25. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield. He just decided to take off.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. With jet sweep pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Trick 9B. Football 7. Football 7.
On third and short, the power run here. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Memphis.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He leaves it with his back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, in the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you can pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They were trying to set up the screen, and they almost threw the thing away. They're lucky it's 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Trying to do it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going forward in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We reach the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender. And a decent gain there before the... makes a stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Power football with the run. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. You got to make him make a play, but you want to make him. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the grab. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lincoln. There he goes. Touchdown! Oh. Caught in the backfield. It's Wicks. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wicks. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears to it.
The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down.
Well, the offense just trying to outflank the defense with a little push pass to a speedy wide receiver and see if they can get him on the perimeter, but just too much speed and awareness on the defensive side of the ball. Now sets up fourth down.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll go to the sneak. Picks up the first down. Offense in the hurry-up.
And, David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after a short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 45, on his way. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good, and then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own. It doesn't do them a lot of good as it was fourth down, and they'll give up the ball. Desperate.
They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're